And I'm Todd McCulloch.
And this is it, the finals of Pinburgh 2012. One of these four players, Trent Augustine, Dave Stewart, Carl D'Angelo, and Adam Becker, is going to win the Pinburgh Cup and $4,000 right here. Hey, this is the Final Four. What do you think here? How much pressure must these guys be under?
I think they're under a lot of pressure, and I think the guy who steps up and plays like he's not under pressure is going to be the one to perform. It's a pressure cooker situation. Lots of people here to watch the action, playing in front of everybody, some challenging games, and whoever plays like they're just sitting in their basement having a cold one, I think is going to have the best result. If they can just play like they're at home.
That's a great point. With this much money and the cup on the line, the one who can just think happy thoughts and just play good pinball. These guys have all played good pinball to get here. Any favorites?
I like Trent Augustine. He's a great player in a tournament like Pinburgh. You got old games, you got new games. He's got great flipper control. He also knows a lot of strategy. Goes to a lot of tournaments, so pressure doesn't seem to be an issue for him. He finds himself in the finals a lot of the time. So I would not be surprised if he takes home the Pinburgh Cup.
Yeah, we sometimes see Trent win both the Classics and the Open at these events, and in Pinburgh they're combined into one big gob of difficulty. But these other guys, Carl has played outstandingly. It's one of the first times we've seen him at a Papa tournament.
He's a great player, kind of a newcomer to the national scene, but just because he hasn't been at a lot of national events until recently doesn't mean he doesn't play a mean game of pinball. California's a big state with lots of great players, and he's certainly made his mark out west, and now he's bringing it to Pittsburgh to try and win at Pinburgh. He's got some great skills, and I expect to see some great play out of him here in the finals.
We've got Dave Stewart, who was in the finals at Papa all the way back in 1994 and again in the 2000s. He's been on the scene back and forth for almost 20 years, trying to break through for a win.
Experience counts a lot in pinball, especially when you're playing with all these games from different generations. And Dave Stewart is local to me here in Seattle. I get to see him play quite a bit, and I'm amazed at his talent and ability and the control that he shows in a lot of these games. He's been around a long time, and he's got a lot of great strategies to put forward in these games. So he's got a good chance as anybody.
And we also have Adam Becker here from Toronto, Canada.
You gotta love the Canadian. Got to be rooting for him a little bit. He's been one of Canada's top players for a number of years and really understands the games, the best way to play them, and he seems to play very clutch in situations as well.
I also think it's been interesting to watch Adam over the years grow from a C player to a B champion, and now here in the Final Four of the A Division at Pinburgh 2012. Let's get it started on Twilight Zone.
Let's do it.
We've got Trent Augustine leading off. Adam Becker was the high seed, so he got to pick the group here. And interesting that he would pick the one with Twilight Zone because, frankly, all these guys got to be really good at Twilight Zone. It is a perennial favorite.
Yeah, it's not a game that you're going to have some secret knowledge on that nobody else knows. The game's been out for a long time. They've made close to 17,000 units, so they've been around the block. But that being said, it can be a very, very punishing game. There's lots of ways to play it, and things can go wrong with some of those targets can send the ball right down to the middle, and you'll be thinking, what just happened?
Absolutely, and actually, that was impressive right there as Trent does a quick save, a slide
shimmy
save with 2 warnings, and he just knew exactly how much energy he could put into that. He seems to be aiming for the right loop. Why would he be doing that?
Well, he's trying to get that gumball going. So it's a late shot right off the tip of the flipper, and here he's got the gumball loaded. So he's trying to get himself that Powerball, and as soon as he gets that Powerball out there, shoot it back in and get Powerball Mania going.
Here it comes. Powerball Mania is going to try to shoot that right loop one more time, and oh boy, what a bounce there!
You can expect that silver ball, the normal silver ball, to bounce a certain way, and that ceramic ball is going to have a different feel. So sometimes the dead flipper passes, and the way you play it out of that kick out is going to be a little bit different. Really
pretty incredible patience there by Trent not to overreact to that odd bounce and to then fire it in on his very first flip.
He'd already used his 2 warnings, so he really had to do that carefully so he could keep this ball alive.
And in this multi-ball, he's trying to flip the ball up into the top of that magnetic playfield on the left for a 50 million bonus. But he's earning points regardless of whether he succeeds at that or not.
The game is extremely well designed. It's not one of those games where you can just have a ball or two sitting on the bottom flippers and really concentrate on that upper flipper. I mean, there's just no way to trap them because that virtual play field up there is forcing you to keep those other balls in play.
Well, and a nasty drain out of the bumpers there down the middle of it, but Trent puts up over 100 million right to start. You gotta like that.
Yeah, he's going to be happy with that so far.
And Dave Stewart steps up, and it looks like players are taking advantage of that bounce over, where they let the ball come out of the kick out and just bounce harmlessly over to the other side. You see it here coming from the right. Bounce, trap.
There's certain games that just have a predictable kick out, and so many times that ball is going to end up coming out of that slot machine shot. And if they feel that's safe, they're really going to be able to plan their strategy and control their shots a lot better, knowing where that ball is coming and it's safely going to be delivered.
And Dave made a little bit of an error there, I felt, shooting it through the hitchhiker lane into the bumpers. Talk a little more about the bumpers on this game. They're way down there.
They are way down there. It's death depending on how the game is set up. I've seen it where the post is missing on that left side, and then it's death. The ball is going to end up in that left out lane one way or another. With the post in there, it's a little bit better with that rubber, but there's about a 50-50 chance of that thing heading right out of the bumpers down the out lane, and nudging is key. And you've got to use up your warnings to get that ball safely out of those lower pop bumpers.
And they're just so close to the flipper too that any kind of reaction, here's the ball in the bumper, is very dangerous. Oh, and Carl's lucky to get that easy return there.
That was a gift.
That was an amazing slow roll back out. Good move there by Carl. And he takes the first lock. 3 shots to that lock will start multi-ball. Another solid shot, that's 2. Multi-ball is lit, and Carl can also shoot the left ramp to start the multi-ball instead of that lock shot. He's looking ready.
He decided to backhand it, go for the ramp, a little bit wider berth than going for that third lock, and here he goes, getting ready to start some multi-ball.
It also gives him a chance for exactly what just happened, a one-time shot to the jackpot with his first ball. Second ball missed the camera and drained down the right, but he could maybe get a few jackpots out of this multi-ball. The jackpot is that tiny shot with the tiny flipper up in the upper left. So you have to use the mini flip and shoot the jackpot on the upper right of the piano.
And each of these Twilight Zones vary, and it's just finding that timing, and it was very good. He was able to hit that jackpot on his first try, and try and find the distance on this next one.
Yeah, he's probably disappointed to only get one jackpot. The way that was started, it looked like he was heading for big time. But 40 million jackpot, second jackpot's 50 and 60. He can get back around to multi-ball again. He's got to shoot these ramps, the left ramp and the right ramp, to light the locks. And for the second multi-ball, he'll have to qualify each lock one at a time instead of getting them all at once.
I played Twilight Zone at a recent tournament, had the same approach, trying to light those locks and ramps, and kept hitting that center target and draining right down the middle. So it's the way you have to play it is going for those ramps, but if you miss right in the middle, it's coming screaming back at you right down the middle.
All those shots are just positioned right at the flipper, so any mistake can result in an instant death. As Carl starts a mini multi-ball called Fast Lock. It's worth a little bit of points. Not too much here, but it's always nice playing multi-ball.
Gives you a little bit of insurance when things start to get a little bit hairy. He's got 3 balls out there now, and the 5 millions are just racking up. It's hard to get control, but he's got 2 in the flipper, trying to get a little bit of cradle separation here. And now he's back down to 1. Try to backhand that lock shot, and it's hard enough from the left.
That is a really difficult shot. It may even be impossible for a backhand. And that cost him his ball. Really, he wasn't aiming for anything with that last ball.
You can get a little bit frustrated when you've got 3 balls in multi-ball. Next thing you know, you're down to 1, and you want to just rush things a little bit instead of.
Ball 1 already. Whoa!
Ball saved.
Ball saved. Wow, that's a rarity on Twilight Zone.
Saved by the bell. Yeah, it's weird to see that light flashing, indicating that you have a little bit of time. Usually by the time the ball gets down there, you've used it up and it's not there.
So Adam goes from having a 3-second ball and then go back and sit down to be able to continue here. That could be a real game changer.
Yeah, you can really feel like you have a second chance, and you want to make the best of it. And some of those pregame finals jitters can go away when you feel like you got a second chance. You want to make the most of it.
And the worst is standing up 20 seconds later, you're turning around. Somebody might be saying, "What happened?" Not even noticing you're already done with your turn. I had one time where my turn was over, and someone told me I was up because they didn't see me go up and down at all. It just assumed they must have been waiting for the other guy to be done. Nope, already. It's yours. So yeah, Twilight Zone, such a solid game, such a difficult game too.
There's a lot to it. I owned it for a long time, and I still didn't know everything about it. And it wasn't until a friend that really had a better knowledge of the rules really sat me down to show me everything that this game had into it. It was extremely well programmed, well laid out, with lots of toys, lots of cool things, and I really wish I hadn't gotten rid of mine, because this game is a game that never gets old, and there's a reason they sold so many of these, and they're still a hit to this day. A great tournament game.
Yeah, this was the follow-up for the Pat Waller and Larry DeMar design team after Adam's Family, which remains the #1 selling pin of all time at 22,000, I think.
Yeah, just over 20,000. This was somewhere in the 17,000 range, and I really don't see anything challenging those numbers anytime soon.
Absolutely, yeah. It's astounding. You know, these days it's like 17,000 pinball machines sold in a year or more is a huge success. Just the time this came out, I thought this was the greatest pinball machine ever made. Just had so much to it. Variety, toys, 4 flippers, shots everywhere. It's overwhelming.
Yeah, there's really a lot to know on this game. The sound is great. I mean, they've really packed everything that they possibly could into this game, and there's people that have added tons of mods, and there's a bunch of ways where you can customize this thing and make it even cooler than it was designed to be.
So strategically, Adam did something very nice there. He shot the gumball twice in a row, which is going to release the Powerball for him, and give him the same opportunity we saw from Trent on his ball one. Nice bounce over there, and one time, right in, first shot. Beautiful. And
that's exactly what you want to do with that Powerball. That ceramic ball is lighter than the metal balls, and it can really get out of control. So you want to minimize your time where that thing is going crazy. Get it right back into the gumball. Get multi-ball started. Get yourself a chance for a big jackpot.
And the jackpot is on the left in that mini playfield. And no jackpots for Adam either. Oh, maybe he has one last chance here. Is it in your hole? Oh, it's good.
He did.
Wow.
That was a lot of a grace period there. A lot of chance for him to get that in there. He got 4 or 5 shots at it and was able to get. That was probably his last chance to get it, and he nailed it.
If he drained off that, it would have given him another ball saver probably. This is a horseshoe ball here for Adam. I mean, he is shooting well. He's basically making all his shots right now. And here we're in spiral mode, which is a high-scoring mode, 10 million per loop for the first 2 loops, and then 15 million if you can make more than 2.
Nice job to shake it out of those pop bumpers, get it back in the middle of the game.
That was pretty. And as Adam's been doing, he's just been bouncing that over. Probably go for the right loop here. I don't know.
Trying to lock that thing up.
I think so. Adam may also be ignoring a lot of these modes in an effort to get more of them. I personally like to take Spiral because it's enough points that it justifies itself. You can get like 40 million or so. Oh, it locks out rejection.
In that super skill shot that fell down into the rocket, he knew he was going to be in those pop bumpers, and he got a little nervous. Did a nice job to get it back into play.
And the bounces are starting to go against him. Oh, there's a bounce in, though, for a mode start and a three-way combo. And Adam has already completed almost half of the center door.
So it's like a saloon door. Is it the top half or the bottom half?
It's mostly the top half, it looks like. There's another opportunity for Adam here. He's got collect bonus ready, and that is pretty. He's clapping on that one. This is going to pay him all of the bonus he's earned to this point in the ball, including the $82 million for the Powerball. So that $50 million jackpot that he had earlier just turned into 100.
You got to love the self-clap that you knew he had a chance to celebrate. And I've seen Bowen do the self-clap a couple of times, and you know things are going well when that clapper happens.
I've discovered that the self-clap almost always leads to an immediate drain, though, because you're out of the moment at that point. You're just like, yeah, I'm kicking ass, and guess what? No.
It looks to be working well for Adam Becker. And that diverter sometimes will knock the ball off that ramp prematurely. In this case, it didn't go right down the middle. He was able to cover. And a nice round of applause, people showing their appreciation for a great ball by Adam Becker.
Really, really solid play. 117 million bonus. 8 door panels completed already out of the 15 necessary to get to the wizard mode. And when that was, that's what we call dropping a bomb on ball one. In a good way.
He's not crop dusting. You're not talking about that. He's dropping a bomb, dropping it like it's hot.
That's chemical warfare. That's a completely different term. So.
I've used that a few times. Sometimes you got to use everything at your disposal.
Yeah.
Let's go get some chili for lunch. We got finals this evening.
I hope that is only. I hope that's not completely true. But, Trent hasn't had any chili today, as far as I can tell. He has been kicking some butt all throughout the rounds. Trent has had to play 4 rounds today, and I don't know if we've seen him play. I can't recall if we've seen him play Twilight Zone earlier today. Actually, he hasn't. This is his first game on there, which makes this even more impressive. Adam played Twilight in the semifinals and got about a $450 million.
Adam, feeling confident. Part of the reason he chose this bank, but in this case, Trent saying, "Hey, I like this game too. I've played it at the Ohio Game Room Show, and I'm ready to rock."
Yeah, and Trent just picked up a Grace Street bouncing jackpot there, falling into the piano just as time expired. 60 million points for that. He would have had a chance to restart the multi-ball instead, so he probably would have picked that up no matter what. He's on the power field again. And those magnetic flippers, what a great idea that was.
Yeah, you designed something that's not even there. It took me a while to figure out the best way to play that, but we haven't seen anything else quite like that. Very unique, and one of the things that makes this game, the classic that it is today.
Trent loads the gumball again, and one more gumball for Powerball. He doesn't have that lit yet, so it's interesting that he took the gumball because he may or may not be able to get the second one in this turn. If he doesn't, he could have just handed the Powerball off to someone else.
That's one of the times you want to be selfish in pinball and make sure you set yourself up with that Powerball and not allow your competitors, because it is a 4-player game. You're not in qualifying. You're not doing this all by yourself. You got to think about some of those games that have a unique thing where things can be stolen and things can be used to your opponent's advantage.
Yeah, I know I've been in matches where I just accidentally failed to, here comes the ball off that diverter again. This is trouble.
Unpredictable.
This is very big trouble. Always back under control. And right to the gumball, exactly what we were looking at there. He has got the Powerball out and as selfish way as possible.
It's okay to be selfish. That's what coaches used to tell us in basketball. When it comes to rebounding, it's okay to be selfish. In pinball, you got to get that Powerball, do your thing.
In this case, he's pulled it out, pulled the Powerball right out, and is onto the power field. Is it over? Is it okay? Those balls are coming back out on a ball safe. But, 2 balls drained really fast there. No, now he's doubled up.
He's got 2 chances. Or maybe they just get in each other's way up there.
I like it because it extends your timer. You get twice as much time with the 2 balls. I don't know, though. He's still up there.
He's just bouncing around, and finally he ran out of time, and it gets put back into play.
It's the last chance. Get in there, buddy.
Oh. Snap.
So, 2 Powerball Manias with no jackpots. Trent,
Oh!
You can hear him there
brilliant
saying,
slap save, and then you
as the
get
ball-
slapped in the face. Ouch!
You could hear him saying, uh-oh, as the ball was down there. And sure enough, and then he got the old up and over. He did save that ball into the inland. And it was rewarded by him. It pushed right over the outlet. Solid ball there.
Solid, brother.
Very solid. Here's Dave Stewart taking back over, and kind of a bum ball one, but that's all right.
He's got to put that one out of his mind, and
put 2 out of his mind, I guess.
It could. He's going to need that last ball. It could be 1 ball that says it all. All it takes is 1, but he's sure dug himself a little bit of a hole going in here to ball 3.
Unlucky $13 million there for Dave Stewart through 2. Caldiangelo at $123 million going into this ball, and no!
He's not going to be. He's not going to like that when you have a chance to hit it on both flippers. He's going to be a little bit frustrated. It can be hard to get into rhythm in these 4-player games when very long ball by Adam Becker, a good ball by Trent Augustine. Hard for these other guys to get back into the rhythm after a tough ball 1.
Yeah, that's a great point, and they're just going to have to go sit on the pavement again. No ball saver, unlike Adam's first ball.
They're gonna have to go in the penalty box. Just like the Amazing Race, they've got a 5-minute penalty to wait here.
And in these cases, maybe it's more like a 12-hour penalty. Oh, this is trouble. Ball's out of control a little bit here for Adam, but he covers very nicely. And he is closing in on the wizard mode, which you get by completing that door. I don't know what kind of door you called it, but he's at 9.
I call it the saloon door.
Saloon door is filling up fast.
Saloon so soon.
And Adam cashes in the first jackpot the same way we saw Carl, and he relights it immediately with the second ball. Adam, very comfortable here. We talked to him a little while ago about the state of this Twilight Zone. He said that he has a Twilight Zone at home, and he deliberately sets up to be very difficult. And
that's a smart way to do it. I didn't really subscribe to that formula, but after hosting the IPA World Championships, I decided to leave my games more difficult, and it's really helped me in tournaments to have my game set up that way. So sometimes it's not as fun, and especially when your guests come, they wonder why the games are playing so tough. But if it's really important to you to do well in tournaments, it's a great thing to do. Maybe you don't need to set up all your games that way, but a game like Twilight Zone, you might as well make it challenging because they're never easy to play in tournaments.
Absolutely. And so Adam's reaction to the Twilight Zone here, he thought that this one was set up easier than the one he had at home with that friendly kick out that we saw just now that Trent handled. And so he was very excited to play this, even though it's definitely harder than a typical Twilight Zone.
That's just good.
He's just ready to go on it.
That's good personal coaching in pinball. I mean, many of us. I'm fortunate to have Bowen as a mentor, but I know in basketball they wanted to make the practices harder. So when we got to the games, it was going to be easier. They wanted our conditioning to be so hard in practice. We got to the games, we would be having fun, and it's the same thing at this level of competition. If you can, I know Kaylee George, another great player, sets his games up extremely difficult. So when he goes to these tournaments, when the tilts are maybe a little bit more friendly or the posts are in a better situation, you're going to find them even easier than what you've trained on. And I think that's a pretty good strategy if it's important for you to do well at these things.
I heard that Kaylee trains on machines set for 2-ball play instead of 3-ball play. Then we get to the competition, she's like, hey, I got an extra ball. It's awesome.
You're right. Extra balls allowed. That's good deprivation.
Yeah. I don't know if I can put up with that at home. It's too nasty.
You gotta keep the fun in the game.
Trent saves a nice right outlay drain there and keeps the multi-ball alive. Right outlay's been eating a lot of balls in this game. Including both balls from Adam. Here's a chance for jackpot. Oh! Big miss there. Trent at 405, 450 million now. He is starting to put a little bit of room between himself and Adam. Adam at 420. It's not safe. There's nothing safe here, but if he can put himself over 500-600, he's going to make Adam work for it.
And Trent just having a little bit of trouble with that left upper play field. He could really separate himself a little bit with some lucky bounces up on that play field.
Yeah, he is 0 for power fields in the entire game, and a bad luck drain there. Just a perfectly placed center drain.
Right down the vortex.
476, and that was some solid play. But you're right about the power field. There's probably 100 million left on the table by Trent in this game from the power field. And you're right, it is a lot of luck there.
Yeah, it's you can play that you know, as good as possible, and sometimes it's just not going to happen. You really just got to keep banging up, just get it up there until you finally get one to drop.
There's a shot dropping for Dave Stewart, and we're looking at possibly a ball-free lightning for him here. He could use it.
Lightning in a bottle, fish in a barrel. That's a good shot.
In the bottle, and that looked like a good shot. They caromed into odd change instead of a lock. Looked like a lock to me too.
I thought it was a lock,
That
and
looked
then
like a lock also. Oh, jeez.
That was a lock block. He just got lock blocked right there. Oh man, I hate it when that happens.
Oh, that is the worst feeling, especially when it's your third try.
These guys are lock blocking.
That was unfortunate there for Dave, and a really unfortunate pun as well. 27 million as the final score for Dave Stewart. He's going to have to just look on to the next game and forget this one ever happened.
He's just got to go, just leave the Twilight Zone for a little while and just end up transporting back in time.
Oof. And, Carl looked like he kind of let his concentration slip there. He made a right loop shot, but it looked like the loop was lit for Spiral. Spiral catches the ball on a magnet, so it almost looked like he just let it go, expecting a different behavior. But I don't know if that's true or not. In any case, it's a rough ball for him as well. What does Adam need here? Let's see. He needs 476. That's good. That's points.
That's always good.
Always be cashing.
A, B, C,
25,
Powerball.
25 million plus 24, carry the 3, another self-clap, that's always nice.
A little. Yeah, I think the lights in Papa just went off. I think Kevin has the clapper installed.
He's got to clap twice in a row for that.
What if the power just went out?
The power, he's got the ball on the power. Up
The
in the
Powerball.
The Powerball is out, now the power's on, the power's off.
Power up.
Oh, he's got
Power in lane. He's got a power in lane.
He's got to have this at this point. He needed 487, 476. He's got power field,
Powerball jackpot would get it
power
done.
madness, and that'll do it. That jackpot's got to put him over. Crowd knows it. Adam
Power
knows it.
to the people. The power of one. The power of Canada.
That is the power of love.
Some people have a flame cat. Susan Powder. The power of something. What's her thing? She's got a power.
Susan Powder. Oh, that's an odd reference.
I feel like power is in the title there somewhere.
Adam taking a couple of victory laps with the one-handed play there. 464 plus bonus. If he tilted here, he'd lose. Which is why he's just walking away with a victory. 587 million for Adam. That's a win on this game. 3-0 through the first game. We've got Trent Augustine at 2-1. Carl D'Angelo with 1 win. And Dave Stewart takes last. He's at 0. As we go to the second game, it's Mars Trek. This is a totally different experience. What do you think is going to happen here?
Well, it'll be interesting to see how people rebound if Carl D'Angelo and Dave Stewart are able to shake off that last one, and now it's a totally different game, a totally different feel, and a different set of flipper skills. So it'll be interesting to see whether these guys can flip the page and bring out the dust off those old school skills.
There's a huge speed difference too here, just in the way the game goes from a very fast Twilight Zone to almost a slow, methodical play on the Mars Trek. All right, here's Adam Becker taking over for his ball 1. The winner of a game has to play first on the next game as a reward/punishment.
You gotta feel good about that.
Now that is a punishment.
Wow, I guess no flip. But, you know, you got to feel good. I'm playing first because I won the last one. But in a game like this where it's not 5-ball, these count greatly.
Yeah, so at least in the EM, you're going to play 5 instead of 3. So those are going to be, it's punishing to lose a ball in a house like that, but I'll bet we'll see more of those from just about everybody.
And I know in tournaments I've played in EMs where I've had a house ball like that, I try not to let it bother me so much. I think, it's just 1 ball out of 5, and it's amazing how quickly that 1, 2, 3 house balls can be in one game, and all of a sudden that 1 out of 5 didn't seem like a big deal, and all of a sudden they start to add up. So each one of these counts, and it can be 1 ball out of those 5 where you just go crazy, or it can be 5 solid balls, but it's hard to get 5 solid balls in an EM.
Yeah, Trent's having a solid ball here, and as you can see from his strategy, he loses it down the left as soon as I start saying he's doing a good job. But players are going to use the right flipper, the lower right flipper, frequently to serve the ball back up to the top for bonus earning. There are letters to spell in the word Mars track, but they don't really matter nearly as much as bonus. So you'll see players lob it back up to the top. There is a third flipper, and you saw over there Carl chose not to use the flipper, and that is a wise choice.
That was a close encounter of the third flipper.
Oh, that flipper usually gets the player in trouble more than it helps.
I hate it when I use that upper flipper and I end up shooting it down the left out lane. So that's reason enough not to kick yourself by just using it as an extension and almost like a little bit of a lever to get the ball down rather than shooting it down the left lane, because it's so frustrating to know that you shot yourself in the foot. That was pretty close right there. I was just talking about that.
Yeah, he was able to bail himself out of that and trying to survive here. The player earns a double bonus if they can spell E and K in Mars Trek. So you see Carl aiming for what would normally be a death shot in the middle.
Did you get that from South Park? EK.
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 That would be EK.
No,
there it is.
That's
EK
NK.
for Eric Cartman.
Okay.
There it is. He's got the double bonus. He's got the max bonus in the middle. 200,000 in bonus sitting for Carl.
Nice little.
That was a move there.
Backhanded flip halfway up the left orbit.
But boy, this is a lightning ball here for Carl. You look at the score. He's only got 80,000, now 100,000.
You just wait. It's coming. This is bonus heavy.
More in bonus, just sitting there.
Just sitting there. Don't tilt, baby. Don't tilt.
Don't tilt. Whatever you do, don't tilt. Go. Careful.
Those center targets are mean and green.
There it is. This is a huge payoff. Wow, 320,000 ball. Just that's as good as it gets, really. He's got better score there than some players' games.
Yeah, that is true. Adam Becker using the old shirt to wipe off those fingerprints from the other competitors. He wants to start with a clean slate.
He's got to. He's going to have more flips than there's his first flip.
Flip. Don't flip. Flip.
Flip. What's he going to aim for?
Oh, he's
really?
going for that.
Interesting.
Going for that K target.
Going for the K target.
You got to get it.
Move. You got to get it, but get it after you've got a good bonus going.
Yeah, I guess that. Yeah.
And that looked in. It's out. No, it's in. No, it's out. Ouch.
Things change. Fates change so quickly. Right through that spinner. That kick-out hole gives the ball a little bit of velocity here to give you some negative spins. Going the other way, you score them just the same.
You'd think that spinner would be worth a lot of points because it's all spinny and cool, but nope, it's not worth anything. It's worth like 100.
It's got the bells going off. You really think you're smoking it, but
100. You're like, wow, that was what?
10.
Trent putting up some
all
good action
about
here.
the bonus.
And he's not going to be able to get the double bonus with the E. He's got good money paying so far. If he can get the E for the double bonus, he could really put up
good money, no whammies.
And stop at E. Instead, he's gone up to the left, getting more bonus.
To the left.
Near the
to
maximum.
the left. To the left.
And once you max the bonus, one of the spinners becomes worth 1,000 a spin, which sounds better, but it's still, it still sucks.
It's still peanuts.
But right there, that was huge. That E. The E just handed him an extra 100 grand.
Here you go.
Here you go, in lane. Congratulations.
Just take it. Just take it.
Take my 100 grand. 100 grand for you. It's like giving somebody a candy bar.
Ay.
Trent picks up a max bonus ball. Crowd cheers for that because they know that he is taking the lead here at 460,000 through ball 2. But Carl, as we saw with his ball 1, was just lights out. He put up another ball like that.
Lights out. Time for bed. Shut it down. No more pinball. Pulling the plug.
Well, pulling the plug, it would require Adam Becker to clap twice instead of just once.
Wow.
Woo!
That was some impressive. He wants to take a breath. He wants to clap hands, but he still got the ball trapped. Man, that was crazy flipper fingers right there. That was on fire.
That was incredible right there.
That was just anything you can do to stay alive.
Reaction time, and a drain down the left, and a very aggressive shake. Actually, I'm surprised that Carl would attempt that and risk tilting out a large bonus. But that was some very impressive reaction time, Carl. Definitely one of his big skills. He is a bit of an on-the-fly player, and is just able to get a lot of balls that other players can't get to.
It helps them to stay alive. Must be something in the water out there in California, as a few of their top players have that style, and it seems to be serving them quite well, and especially in some EMs where it's a little harder to trap the ball. Sometimes that set of skills and that strategy can work out well with some EM titles.
You're absolutely right. A lot of top players actually do worse on the EMs because they try too hard to do the kinds of skill moves that are successful in the modern games. Tap passing and not tap passing so much as trapping. Like right there, that was dangerous for Adam.
It's just hard to predict, and I consider myself to be more of a modern type player in what I collect, but there are some tournaments where I end up qualifying in Classics Division and not in Open, and part of it I think has to do with my style, where I play a little bit more on the fly, and I think sometimes it helps me, and in this case it's helping Carl D'Angelo with that skill set.
Yeah, and so Carl on the fly has a good chance to do well here, and Adam able to play. I don't know if there was much he would be able to do there, but he was trying to basically corral that ball in the way that he would corral the ball on Twilight, and it's just not going to work here. He's got almost 400,000 through his 3 turns, so he's recovered well from that house ball 1. Ball 1 was in the house. There's a bit of a house for Trent.
That for being we're talking about how this was a slower game than Twilight Zone. That ball can still get moving, heading towards that center drain very quickly, and there just hasn't been enough time for these players to react as the ball's coming right down the middle.
Like right there, just the patience to let the ball bounce over as Carl takes a pot shot at the center target and pays for it. Ugh, not a good ball there for Carl.
Papa shot usually costs about 50 cents, wouldn't you say?
That papa shot could have cost hundreds right there.
Yeah, you never know.
Dave's got control. This is good for him. Dave has really been snake bit so far in the final. And come on, bouncing. He's getting like 100 for each one of those bumpers. Good Lord. Dave's still waiting for the game to really give him a chance. And he hasn't been playing badly, just
the games have been playing.
Sometimes
playing
the game
him.
plays you. That's the Soviet Russia version of pinball.
The Red Dawn version.
Adam
they've been drinking that Chernobyl.
Oh.
Martina Navratilova.
Becker. Here we go with Becker up the top. Becker over 400. You went from Navratilova, so Navratilova to Becker. It seemed natural.
Nice play.
A little bit of a miss there, but he's got to get control here, get that back up the top. Oh, very lucky move there. Little power in land.
Nice.
Oh, and another one. He's got the E and the K. That is.
Got the right, got the left.
He got the full R-E-K.
He got the K again, just to make you get it.
You spelled out, what has he got so far? R-Rec?
R-Rec?
Yeah,
We are R-Rec you?
So, yeah.
Mass Rec? Mass Trek?
He needs to spell mast.
It's Mass Rec.
R-Rec now.
R-Rec.
Yeah, the letters are nearly as important as collecting bonus, but once you get enough letters, you can start to spell some cool stuff like.
It's like Scrabble.
R-Rec. R. That's what R-Rec is. That would be you lose the ball on Pirates.
What's a pirate's favorite letter?
The C.
Oh, did you tell me that joke? I thought you were gonna say R, but
No.
I don't know. That must have come from you. Talk about your all-time backfires.
There we go. R's Rec.
Oh, there was a wreck.
That was an R's Rec. But really solid ball for Adam. And he puts up 730,000.
Booyakasha.
That was a much better ball than our commentary deserved.
Absolutely. Not a lot of spins on that spin. A couple more spins. 1
Trent
point, 2
takes
points.
a side flipper shot. Oh boy, danger there.
Taking pot shots from the upper flipper.
That is
risky
asking
business.
for it, but you got to spell those letters for no reason at all.
You got to get them.
That is a great flip there by Trent. He's able to corral the ball onto the right, using the momentum to deaden it, and that's a really tough play to make on games. You just have to know the era of the game you're on to know exactly what you can get.
As far as the flippers, you just got to know when to hold them up, and you just got to know when to fold them. You got to know when to run and when to stand.
He's running now. He's got almost a full Mars track. He's got Mars Rec.
You can't count your money while you're playing at the table.
I'm just gonna ignore that.
There'll be time enough for counting when Pinburgh's done.
Yeah, I'm counting a lot of points here for Trent, and in this Mars Rec, this looks like when that
Mars Rec.
That probe died. But this is gonna put him in the lead. He got a full bonus again.
That was not a wreck.
799,000.
Mars success.
Woo. We are really seeing some strong play here. In the quarterfinals.
Strong like bull.
In the quarterfinals, Adam put up 423,000, and it was good for second place on this game. Here, 423,000 is good for basically last.
It's interesting the way one game can in one round it's enough to win. Another one it might not be enough to get third.
Absolutely right. Yeah, and that quarterfinal game, Carl D'Angelo was the champion of that game at 444,000. He plays a better game here at 560,000 with a ball to play, and he's looking at third and maybe last, depending on how Dave does. It's
like third and 26.
It is. These players are really stepping it up here.
And that's a trait that you see with these guys that have been able to battle. Pinburgh is a grind in a really fun way. It's days of competition, staying focused, and nobody gets here by luck. And these guys have worked hard to get here, and they're making the most of this.
At this point, these players are on their 27th hour of competition. 10 hours on Friday, 10 hours on Saturday. This is the 7th hour of competition here today on Sunday. And the stakes just continually get higher at this point. $4,000 to the winner of this round. $2,000 to the second place finisher, and it really gets to you after a while. You just fall out of energy, fall out of gas after some point.
It's a marathon, not a sprint, and you'll see some guys start with some great totals on Friday and end up in a particular division, and then all of a sudden lose some steam because they're just exhausted from so much pinball, and so you got to really hand it to these guys who are able to stay focused and were able to really they couldn't have had terrible rounds at all in order to make it this far. They had to just keep upping their game, and you see them put up some big scores sometimes in these final rounds, better than anyone had, of all the times these games were played throughout all of Pinburgh.
Right. Here, Dave is playing extremely strongly right here. He's using the side flipper. And a strong ball, but definitely a mistake there to fire the side flipper. He had held up the side flipper before and just let the ball roll off and down to his base flipper. there it was like a cannon shot suicide.
Yeah.
Adam takes over. He's near the lead at 7:54. Trent with 7:99 will have a ball to play. But with the housing that this game sometimes gives players, you know, if he can put up, what has he got? 8:36. So this will require Trent to play a little bit here.
That upper flipper sometimes sends it down the left out lane. That time off the upper flipper right down the middle. So that thing can be just as dangerous as it is helpful.
800. This is big trouble. Oh no! But he gets it.
He's feeling a little bit of a sigh of relief there after flipping that one into the left out lane. Not the way he wanted that ball to go.
Kidding me? How was that enough points? That was a disappointing end for Carl D'Angelo. Bad luck drain there. A house ball. What a weird ball. 5 and actually no, it's Carl's turn again. What happened there?
I'm going to say that somehow he played that so well that he didn't hit a switch. And, you know, no ball saver, but if you don't get any points and that score reel doesn't move, they're going to go ahead and give you the ball back. So extremely great for him to not touch any switches.
Almost an instant redrain, but absolutely right. So ball 6 for Carl does not go very well. 619,000, it gives him a little bit of room ahead of Dave. And again, Dave has got to feel completely snake bit by the way the scoring goes. He has 500,000 on a game that that score would have won in the quarterfinal, and it's last here in the finals.
That's why we play this great game of pinball. Sometimes it's good enough, and sometimes it's not. So he's got to feel like why did that game have to happen in this round?
And meanwhile, Trent Augustine wins by 1 switch, 9,000 point victory over Adam Becker, and that puts him at 5 wins in a tie with Adam at 5, Carl with 2, and Dave with 0. Dave is not out. He can still return, but Dave will basically have to win the next game on Funhouse in order to have a chance of recovering to a victory. But,
things are getting tighter. Things are getting interesting. Let's bring on the next game.
It really looks like it's going to be a battle between Trent and Adam, but Funhouse is next, and anything can happen. All right, here's Trent. Trent won on Mars Trek, and he'll lead off here on Funhouse. Funhouse, another Pat Lawler game right before Adam's family, instead of right after.
Pat Lawler, well represented here in the Pinburgh finals, would be very proud to know that his games are time-tested favorites. Funhouse is a game that's in my collection that's never going to leave. It's just a beautiful game. It's fun to play, and it can be extremely punishing, and mine punishes me on a daily basis.
Trent just got... Wow, you called that one. Trent was punished severely.
Rudy likes to punish people for liking pinball.
Yeah, and there were some really difficult shots in this game, and some nasty punishment for hitting any of the blue targets labeled with letters, the S, the T, the E, and the P. I call them the pest targets instead of the step targets.
The pest targets, or if you spell them backwards, it's the pets targets.
Ooh, pets.com. What happened to them?
I don't know. I guess people just goes to some other website.
What happened to Adam Becker's ball?
It's out of here.
Oh, just not a great start there for either Adam or Trent. And you know, on the one hand, they can afford a lost ball with the hefty lead they have. But they're battling each other, and they're battling Carl and Dave as well. Whoever wins this game out of them could have a chance of climbing back in if they could win the game outright.
Huge implications, and with this year's Pinburgh being 4 games compared to 3 games before that, it really sort of changes the fact that you're not out of it until you're out of it. So I think it's a really good thing that there's 4 games here in the finals to give these guys a chance.
No, you're absolutely right. If this were the last game, then that would be it. It would be there'd be no chance for either Carl or Dave to catch up. But with 4 games, either one has a chance to come all the way back. That was pretty right there. Left out lane shake save by Carl, keeps that ball alive, and he's not making many shots, but he's still on the machine.
He's saving that ball. He's got a little bit of tilt to work with there, and he's making sure to get everything that's been allowed.
And Rudy proceeding to berate him.
He's good at that. That's his job.
Boy.
That's what he's supposed to do.
There's a whole lot of play there for just over 1 million points, unfortunately, for Carl.
There's a whole lot of shaking going on right there.
A whole lot of Rudy. Here's Dave Stewart, and Dave is the only player to plunge the skill shot for 250,000. Now, if he's able to do that a second time, it becomes 500,000, then 750 to 1 million. So that could come in handy for him as the game goes on. It's not worth many points the first time.
But you gotta start somewhere, and you gotta build that thing up. So if he continues to hit it, that could make a difference.
Yep. And Dave playing strong. He's making his shots, and he's got a chance here for a frenzy. Get the frenzy lit, and he's shooting Super Dog a couple times.
You can never have too many frenzies.
Never have too many Super Dogs. Well, you can have too many Super Dogs.
I think I've had too many Super Dogs.
That has been a bad experience.
Well, I had too many cheeseburgers at Super Dog. I can't explain why I go to a place called Super Dog where the dogs are super, and I get a hamburger that is subpar. I mean, get a Super Dog at Super Dog.
It is
Think
not
about
called Super Burger. That would be a different location. There is another location called Super Burger.
And I bet their burgers are super, and you don't get the dog there. I don't know what I was thinking.
You don't go to In-N-Out Burger and order the hot dog.
No, I think I've done that too.
They don't even make hot dogs there, sir.
Oh, well, I think I tried.
They have grilled cheese.
I've had that. That's pretty good.
A grilled cheese at In-N-Out Burger? You know, that's the burger without the burger. They just make you a cheeseburger, then take the burger part out.
Yeah, that's the vegan way to do it.
In any case, well, we're not talking very. What's Dave doing?
He's having fun with the Funhouse.
He's got Rudy in the mouth. He is closing in on 11:30, which will light the locks. His next shot will light locks here, either on the ramp, or if you can put the ball in the lock. Whoa! Dangerous reject there.
Yeah, that halfway up the ramp, halfway down can often spell disaster, but he got lucky that was far enough. He could get his right flipper on that and get control again. It's 11:45. It's almost bedtime. Rudy says, stop playing with the clock.
One lock. Good music. This guy's just some great stuff in this game. Another skill shot for Dave. 500K.
He's doubling down, right? 250, 500.
He's got
That's
the
the way to
frenzy.
get it built up.
Frenzy with the lock already. He could go frenzy multi-ball here if he can get to midnight. Extra million is lit. This is piling on. What a ball this is. That's a great ball transfer. Perfect timing. Perfect shot.
Big Rudy is getting sleepy.
And this is a great opportunity here for Dave to start multi-ball if he can do this while the frenzy is still running as he plunges 750,000 more.
He's found that sweet spot, and he is taking advantage.
That was a big shot opportunity there, but he'll have another chance to start multi-ball with frenzy. In fact, he could extend the frenzy here by plunging that. Instead, where is it?
Where's the ball?
Oh, okay. Some guy had to come along and take that ball off.
Who is that guy?
I don't know.
Good looking dude.
Not really. Maybe look better on the overhead camera. As Dave starts multi-ball, he's got frenzy running, and he's got a jackpot lit. He's got Super Dog. He's got the house. He's got everything.
He's got everything. He had two on the right, and the jackpot shot is the left flipper shot. So if he can keep one on the right, keep it out of the way. You can set yourself up with a left flipper shot, hit it again, and million plus, baby.
2 mil. Jackpot.
2 mil.
9 million already. He actually has another $1.5 million in
9
bonus.
times. He's got $1 million 9 times.
He literally has 9 times as many points as anyone else in this game right now.
That is one heck of a ball on Funhouse.
Lighting the next jackpot. He's got a ball feeding for it.
Wow.
Wrong shot, but you got to Dean Rudy in the mouth when you can, right?
Yeah, you gotta take that.
Perfect play there to get a trap. Here's a freebie for the jackpot for 3. Oh.
Oy.
Great patience there to give himself another shot at that jackpot. Really, really nice controlled multi-ball here. Letting this ball bounce over to get to a trap where he needs it to go. Keeping the ball on the right.
Oh!
And it's in!
Missed it on the initial shot, but he got a nice little back kick into that for 3 million points.
And the crowd is really, really enjoying this. This is a great play. In fact, we checked the high scores on this before the game, and he may have just beaten the high game for the entire weekend on ball 1.
Talk about elevating your game when you need to after not being really happy with his first 2 entries to come out and just be destroying this game on ball 1 on Funhouse. Keep his dreams alive for a Pinburgh title.
This is an unfathomably strong ball to be leading off with in this game in the final.
This isn't Fathom. That's a whole different game altogether.
What?
That was interesting. Thought he was going to get a little bit of a left plunge there, but fortunately into the in lane, not the out lane. Now he gets a legit look at it.
Now he's got a chance here, and he missed the shot there for getting another frenzy. And promptly center drains with, wow, what a ball. 7 Rudy hits, 1.8 million in bonus tacked on, 15-3. 15 times as many points as anyone else has on their ball.
That is a great way to separate yourself and really take a little bit of the pressure off. So now he can just continue to have this great game on balls 2 and 3.
Yeah, I mean, I have to wonder. I don't think any of the other players are going to be able to catch that. 15 million, like I said, is basically the high game for the weekend. Someone else, if anyone's going to take that down, they just have to play as incredibly as we just saw. So people may be playing for second. Wow, that was awful there for Ted. Really bad luck.
A lot of those Lawler designs have the 2 in lanes and the right out lane, and you sort of feel like you've got a 66% chance, but it's amazing how many times that ball will just bounce on those rails and find its way all the way out to the right out lane.
Yeah, there's no chance of losing the ball over there, right? Two for
you'd
one.
think mathematically. No, you'd think so, but sure happens to me a lot.
2 for 1 out. In fact, the game was built so that if that happens like on your plunge, it gives it back to you saying, hey, that wasn't fair. And it just says, hey buddy, you can have it back. But they didn't say that to Trent. It was in the middle of his turn instead of right at the very beginning. But really tough situation to be in there. Gotta feel badly for Trent in the situation, but Adams gonna light that up and turn it to his advantage. He's got a multi-ball going, $1 million a shot, and there's one right there.
Here's a smack to Rudy's jaw.
Hey.
Hey, it's only pinball. Hey, it's only millions.
I guess they all count. At some point, he's going to have to hit it on purpose. There it is.
And there it is. He meant for that to happen. Drop another $1 million onto his total.
That's a big drop. That would be a big quick multi-ball if he wasn't facing huge score from player 4, Dave Stewart. 4.6 though gives him some separation from Trent, which is very important for their standing in the final.
That separation is causing some anxiety.
It is a separation anxiety, and could be caused by a cradle separation also.
From the cradle to the grave.
And Adam also fails to plunge the steps, so the steps plunger may be a little more difficult than usual over there.
They need to be taking some different steps to get that done.
Usually, yeah, you can just take your step, take some baby steps. Well, baby steps?
Baby steps to the elevator, baby steps down the hall.
Well, baby steps, you just plunge soft, and nothing bad happens. And oh!
Danger, danger. Dill, we got the clap. So sometimes we get the clap for happiness, sometimes with frustration. Sometimes I don't know why he's clapping.
That was probably an angry clap.
That was a frustration. He thought he was going to get away, and you want to get that double danger, but he's just a hair too much.
Maybe there was no way to save that one. So it was a good calculated risk by Adam to try it. Because if you get that ball back, you free ball, right?
Free ball. Sometimes I do that, depending on how frisky I'm feeling.
Free ball. Carl's taking over. He's got the multi-ball ready here with the green light. Starts quick multi-ball. Was that a clap?
I think that was a clap. I think Carl's saying, "Hey, it's working for Adam. I got to start clapping." And you know, green means go. You got to shoot that. I just did a clap. I just did a happy clap.
Maybe the clapping will turn things around for Carl here. He's got quick multi-ball.
There's some people that don't like the clap.
Pretty quick. And it could be over quick. Oh boy!
So, some people just want to get rid of it.
Yeah, usually there's at least a topical cream that you can take for that.
That's not the topic we're on right now.
Oh, this is a different kind of clap. There's a perfect cradle separation right there, keeping the ball on the right flipper. There's a chance for a million again from Carl, and missed the million shot, but at least the technique looked good up until that important thing at the end.
That's what matters. It's all about technique. It's not really about the points, but there should be some judges giving some style points, because he would sure be getting perfect 10s.
10.0 on the style, 0.0
get 10 points
when it comes to the millions.
Execution.
Bum, 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 bum. Loading up the steps.
Bum, 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 bum.
There's baby steps. Baby steps right into the frenzy.
Baby steps to the frenzy. Baby steps to Rudy.
He starts the frenzy here. No, but he does have lock ready. Post transfer?
Hope he doesn't get lock blocked.
Post transfer? That's a lock block right there.
It's
post transfer blockage.
Got to clear that.
He's just
there it is.
Moving it over to the left
away
there
from
to,
the clock.
Get a shot at the lock. It's really not a shot that a player can make from the right flipper. Earlier in Twilight Zone, Carl tried to shoot the lock from the right flipper and lost the ball, but here he was much more calculated about it. And he buzzes the skill shot.
Funhouse, there's no guarantee on those post passes. Some games are really predictable. I know on mine, I've been punished with a nasty post pass. Sometimes the ball will just come back to the flipper, and you're able to try again. In this one, that ball can end up right in the middle, and you can be wishing you never even tried it.
In that case, Carl did the post transfer perfectly on time, then missed the lock. And unfortunately, the ball found its way to the left out lane with no hope of being saved.
You missed the lock, the ball tends to walk.
It was a big lock miss there. As Dave takes over, catches another million off the skill shot.
Was it a lock miss monster?
That was a lock block situation. What's Dave up to? The padding his gigantic lead.
Padding the stats.
Dave now over 17 million. Here comes another plunge. He hit $1 million for plunging this successfully. Nope, just short that time.
Thought he found that sweet spot, but it wasn't so sweet on that plunge.
He's 4 for 5 on those free throws, which is a pretty good percentage.
4 out of 5 dentists agree.
4 or 5 Dave shots agree. They find the back of that points. And he's actually earned 2.5 million points just from those skill shot plunges.
That strategy is paying off well.
Oh, fumble to end the multi-ball there.
Fumble!
Fumble on the play. And, Dave with still some score here. He has entered the Super Frenzy, which is the final round off of the mirror. This is extra million for starting it, and it's twice the points of the regular Frenzy. So this is ridiculously good.
That is worth looking in the mirror for. Wow. That is just a great ball, but unfortunately not able to take advantage much of that Super Frenzy. It was super over. And
in the entire Super Frenzy, he hit 1 target. And
but it was worth double.
One target he hit was worth double. That is true. But, it also led to his doom.
Double doom.
Double doom.
It starts with D, right?
I believe it starts with double D.
Yeah, that's it.
Trev takes over. He's going to need a strong boy. That was nice.
Some nice flipper work there.
Flip there.
A couple of little baby flips just to get control. I like that.
Full control.
That was like stutter flip.
And that's knowing your game too. That if you tried that on Mars Trek, it would be death.
Right.
Trent is really the master of all of these machines to know what kinds of flipper skills can work when. And as post transfer, players having trouble with that lock shot, amazingly.
It's you'd think it's kind of a wide berth, but you go a little bit soon, you're hitting the right side of that mirror, You go a little bit late, and that super dog is bouncing that ball back towards the mirrorwards.
All right, it looks so enormous and inviting. The giant yellow shot right up the middle. What could go wrong?
Everything, very quickly.
Trent trying to start the multi-ball. He's got one lock. He's going to have to post-transfer here again. Post-transfer. There it is. And the lock shot. Yeah,
I get a little worried when that... Ah! Man, alive.
Oh, that was a squirrely play there by Trent. He was kind of rushing himself there. He really could have brought the ball to a full trap when he didn't need to. He took a pot shot instead of a controlled shot, and he's ending up last in the game. That's not where you want to be. Last is the worst.
No, last is the same as if you hadn't played, and you definitely want to do better than that.
But with how he had been playing up to this point, I'm really surprised to see that game here. But here's Adam. Adam is chasing a very high score from Dave, but he's also chasing the score that Carl put up, the 4 million that's there, trying to give himself a little room. If Adam can take second here, he will have a 2-game cushion ahead of Trent and give himself a chance to win the tournament outright with a good performance in the final game.
Sometimes you got to set your sights. Maybe you're not aiming for top, but you're thinking about what would happen if I get to second.
And he's clapping again. He's clapping. It's good.
That may have been a double clap there.
Well, the lights would have all gone out, like you said. So I don't think it was a double clap. Unless he triple clapped after that and then turned it back on. But, he's not much clapping on that multi-ball. The 2 balls drained pretty fast. There is a restart. You can put the ball in the center lock to get another ball and a restart of the multi-ball. If it ever comes out of the bumper.
That timer is counting down. There's no delay while it's up in the pop bumpers.
2, 1. Yes.
That was impressive. The crowd lets them know. I think we got another clap there.
May have seen more clapping. There was a few hundred people clapping that one.
A few dozen people letting him know.
Does it? Oh, and almost a jackpot. As Adam's going to try to put it in that lock into the red shot there for 2 million. That was a nice outlay and shake to keep the multi-ball alive. Good post transfer.
Yeah, nice little cradle separation
nice
there.
Bean in the mouth. Set that guy up for a little while.
It's a good play there. He just pops that ball into the right eject, and you want that ball to come out, hit the ball in the flipper, and come back over. In this case, not able to get that clean cradle separation flipper. He's going to try it again, though. He's
beautiful.
Gets a nice little bump right off the tip, so that time it didn't go into the eject, came down with the right amount of momentum to get that cradle separation so he can set himself up.
Yeah, he was physically giving the game some shakes there to make it get that little extra momentum push he needed to get the full separation. Back there, try it again.
Into the eject, spits out of there, hits that ball. It can cause that ball that you have trapped on the right flipper to start rolling a little bit, and if you're not paying attention, you can lose that one.
There's the jackpot for Adam. That was
yeah.
a very difficult jackpot to make because he had to manage the other ball that was still down the bottom. But now you've got 2. He's going to go for 3.
Nice, well-timed little bump there with a little bit of a ramp pass left to right, giving the ball a little bit of an extra bump, and just a nasty drain on the right side there.
Not fair.
he thought he was going to be 2 out of 3, and he ended up getting the raw third.
But he got a jackpot, and he's got a really significant separation from Carl at this point. 9 million, and now he can start to focus on Dave's score, but if he could finish ahead of Carl in this game, that will really give him a boost towards winning the championship here.
You want to give yourself the best chance going into that last game to be the Papa champion, and he's playing well here.
Yeah, and you can see him aiming for bumpers here, and he trying to aim for bumpers. Great ball by Adam Becker. The bumpers would have helped him advance time to get back to multi-ball again, but he's got almost 10 million, a great score under any circumstance, facing a 19 million from Dave Stewart. But now Carl. We said before this game, Carl really needs to win this game outright to have any hope of advancing in the tournament. Dave in good shape. He's got what he needs. Dave has Dave could win here. But Carl will need something very good here. He'll need at least to beat Adam. Multi-ball is lit, but he's going to need to lock up the ball. What do you think, what would you want running through your head right now playing this game, in this pressure situation?
What would I want running through my head?
Yeah.
I think I'd want a nice cold Slurpee right now just to put some ice in my veins. I think you just want to be focused. You want to think, Funhouse, this game's been around forever. Everyone has played this game. They know exactly what they want to do. Try and keep that heart in check. Keep the beats at a normal level. Keep the palms from sweating, and just realize, obviously, have that self-confidence to know that you played very well throughout this whole entire tournament, and that really, even if you haven't had a good ball, one or two, that this is a great chance to finish strong.
Great idea, and we'll see how Carl handles it. He's got multi-ball ready. He can put it in Rudy's mouth. And putting balls in someone's mouth and getting paid for it, that is what this game is all about, apparently.
I got nothing to say about that.
Good trap there. We'll have a third chance here, and oh my gosh.
Third time, not a charm.
Oh,
well,
wow.
Sometimes better to be lucky than good, even though he's very good.
He is very good, but right there.
Rudy says,
he got a lucky bounce there, and that one trickles in for a jackpot. 2 million points.
You just got to keep throwing it up there, and eventually something's going to go in.
Carl will need one more jackpot to pass Adam. He has 8 million. The shot will be worth 3 million if he gets it. There it is, another one. Nope.
Oh, got a second chance at it.
3 chances at the jackpot there, but a good separation. He's staying patient. There's another chance at nope. 4 chances.
Oh! Booyakasha. You gotta love that back bounce off another ball. They'll take that.
Crowd recognizes it. They cheer for it, and he's up to 11
They love
million.
it. They want more.
They want more. Here's his, and he has lit another jackpot for 4 million here. If he can put it.
They're having fun in the house.
And here comes a chance for a 4 million jackpot. No, way too late on that one.
They'll get another chance.
Oh, and it sticks through the back for a jackpot.
Oh, man.
That is amazing. Through the back of the jackpot shot.
Behind the back.
Total Karaman. Here's a chance for a 5
no look.
million. Incredible.
5 million.
He has a chance here with this next jackpot if he makes it to pass Dave for first.
What? Oh, a great save there. Great defensive. Playing goalie. Love it when guys play goalie. That's a great Canadian move right there. Hockey night in Canada.
Absolutely incredible. How did a guy from Southern California learn to play goalie like that?
They got the San Jose Sharks over there. They know the game. It's no secret. They had Wayne Gretzky. They know about hockey in California.
They got the Mighty Ducks, right? That's how they learned about hockey?
That was a great movie right there.
D2.
Emilio.
D2 was even better.
T2, that was awesome.
D2, the Mighty Ducks. What are you talking about?
R2D2.
Wow. 18.4 million, and this is a really amazing situation because Carl is still actually not caught up to Dave. So even after all of that incredible play, he's still got to grind. Not only that, he has Dave still has his turn to come. So no matter what score Carl gets, it's not safe.
It's never safe in this game, especially with the kind of game Dave has had and how comfortable he's been on this machine, just really figuring out the timing of the shots.
It's never over. Another chance for a frenzy for Carl, and he takes it.
Boom!
Perfectly played.
I'll take that frenzy.
50,000 a hit for the next 20 seconds as Carl promptly then stops the ball completely and makes a great shot into the bumpers. That was 550,000 points for 11 bumps. That is efficiency.
11 bumps. 11
and
years
a
old.
super dog. And a super dog.
Oh, you're making me hungry.
Dog.
Oh, dog.
What an incredible ball for Carl D'Angelo. That will put him in the lead as he puts up, what is it going to be? 20,856,000. And both he and Dave have now passed the highest game anyone else put on this machine in the entire tournament. And yet here we are watching Dave play what will be a pivotal final ball. He's got quick multi-ball ready. If he gets his quick multi-ball started,
Quick multi-ball!
that could be enough.
Just trying to get that pass over, bounce pass left to right. Oh! Just missed that one.
Woo!
Things are getting a little tense right now.
Intense. Get that shot. There it is.
Oh, boom, boom, boom.
Looks good for Dave here. He can plunge $1 million here, as he has been plunging successfully all throughout. Nope, it's too long. He can pick up $1 million for hitting Rudy in the
loops.
He can pick up $1 million for hitting Rudy in the mouth.
I'll take that for $1 million.
I'll buy that for $1. There's $250,000, but no million for the loop. The loop for that is at 19.9.
Man.
Oh, not enough yet. Now what?
Still got to chop wood, got to grind, got to take back the lead.
Hey, he's hit Rudy in the mouth. Oh, almost a drain there.
Not worth nearly as much at this point.
$20 million. He's got some bonus coming from all the Rudy hits. That's, oh my God. He's forward, and now he's closed off the left out lane with the step skate. That means if the ball goes in the left out lane, it will reward him instead. You also earn that from the left ramp. I'd say left ramp here for sure. Oh.
I'd say that's the shot right now.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
And there it is. Left ramp.
Left ramp.
Dave can
you got
cash in $500,000 here. He's got $500,000 light up top. He's got Frenzy. And either one of those would seal the victory. And he's saying he wants the Super Dog. He's going to plunge hard for Super Dog.
He wants the Super Dog.
I don't really understand that. That doesn't seem like the right play when he needs $500,000. There's actually a light there that says scores $500,000. And
he wants the Super Dog.
And it flew off completely. He didn't even get the Super Dog. And it's gone. This is going to be close.
Whoa.
He's got a big bonus. $450,000 is not enough.
Ooh. Snap. What just happened?
Short.
I shot it, instead of stopping there, I shot it hard, hoping it doesn't get stopped, it flew over.
And it flew right off the top. We are going to have to see that again just to figure out what the heck just happened there.
We're going to have to take a closer look and slow that thing down.
The upshot is that Carl D'Angelo has just escaped with a 60,000 point victory. Let's see if we see this again here. He is plunging hard, going around that back loop.
Take a look at this shot again.
And off,
I like you, but you're crazy.
off of Rudy's head.
Off of his head? Off the noggin?
Off the noggin.
Are you kidding
and then
me?
Just the shock of it propels Dave to then flip into one of those targets and then down the middle. Now,
Man, Rudy finds a way. Man, he gets you every time.
Even Rudy's probably not used to that kind of
Rudy doesn't
punishment.
usually use his head, but I mean, man, that was intense.
Wow, really unfortunate break. We've seen Dave Stewart snake bit throughout the final here with bad luck on Twilight and then Mars Trek, but that is the ultimate right there, to play lights out and then still be bad luck doomed into a loss.
Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Wow, there really isn't much to say after that except that Carl D'Angelo, with his victory, has pulled into a second-place tie with Trent Augustine. Carl and Trent are each at 5 wins, with Adam Becker only 1 ahead at 6. So Carl has pushed his way right back into this competition with his fine play. For Dave, this unfortunately means that there is no chance for him to win. He can come on and take third, but it's going to come down to Adam, Carl, and Trent. If any of them win the next game, they will at least force a tiebreaker. Adam can win outright with a victory or force a tie with a second place win.
That's the kind of drama we were hoping for. 3 out of 4 right now.
It's going to come down.
It all comes down to this. This is the way the tournament was designed, and this is the way it's played out. It's anybody's ball game.
It is going to come down to a very challenging game of Flash Gordon, a classic Valley from 1980. He saved the universe, that guy.
He did. And he was in Ted. It was awesome.
I agree. In Ted, he was pretty awesome. We're going to find out soon who will be celebrating Sam Jones and who will be cursing Sam Jones? And our final game at Pinburgh 2012. All right, Carl D'Angelo starts off on Flash Gordon, and in general, players are going to be down in this lower play field, shooting for multipliers on the right, and or pushing the ball back to the upper play field to score points up there.
Ideally, you're going to want to get those drop targets down on the right, and you can sometimes get in a nice little rhythm where you hit one, you get a chance to hit them in succession, and after that, great time to head back up top. But you got to get a little bit of work done downtown when you're down there. Get those drop targets done, and then move on.
And Carl doing all right here. He's got some points, and wow, screamer down the left out lane. And,
that was quick.
That is why you want to avoid that entire area. Those red bumpers are in the middle. That is doom.
They heard Doom and his brother Gloom.
So it may not take a very high score here to win. It may take just survival skills. But there's Dave with a nice backhand back to the upper play field. That's a smooth move there.
That's a smart play, going for those drop targets once you get up to that upper flipper. And it's just one of those little guys, one of those 2-inch flippers, so it can be really tough to get that ball to go where you want it in that upper play field.
And a tilt from Dave. He did shake the machine there, giving it a slap save more than he really needed to, I think.
He was slapping that thing around. He really felt like he did not deserve that. He was just starting to get things rolling, and he gets hit with a tilt, so he knows on his next two balls just exactly how much he can get away with.
Yeah, this is a very tight tilting machine, as we've seen from Gavin Miller and a couple other players who are ousted from the tournament by tilts on this machine. And Adam Becker takes over here. He's got a trap on the right, and he tries for the backhand that we saw from Dave. Unsuccessful, but staying alive. And right there, that was the place. Staying alive. He's got a drop on
target.
the right. You saw the way he handled that center drain there, the potential center drain. He's very careful not to tilt the machine. And to some extent, that's experience. Adam played this machine in an earlier round, and he knew where the tilt to set. That's big right there. He's got the full rack.
That was a beautiful, just a nice rack set up there, and you can see there's a little bit of a bump as that ball comes down the left in lane. It just takes a little bit of a leap, and good ball management by Adam to recognize, just to delay that shot just a hair, to be able to get the correct angle to knock down those drop targets. I think it's going to make it difficult for some of the other guys that haven't played this game earlier to be able to zone in on those targets because of that little hop that can really throw you off your rhythm.
Absolutely right. And while you were talking about that, Adam made a bonus collect by sending the ball back to the shooter lane. It was a huge score. And so he's over 200,000 here on ball one, which is incredibly solid. Trying for another bonus collect. Almost got it.
I mean, it was so good the first time, you might as well try it again. I mean, those... well, that was a little bit sloppy on the second attempt there.
262,000, and I believe you said he had a nice rack in that ball?
No, that was no, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, I think the record will show that you did say that. But anyway, Trent is going to try to put up the same rack here. Full rack on the right with those drop targets. And
full rack of ribs, you're making me hungry.
He's trying to post transfer to the left flipper so he can make that rack. That is a nice move there to get out of trouble. But, you're never really out of trouble in Flash Gordon.
No, you get out of trouble and you're right back into it. You're in one fire and you're right into the next one. Nice backhand
into the drop. That was beautiful.
He's getting that ball rolling. That was a nice try. I mean, it works great, and there's times when you put yourself in danger for going down that right in lane. So there's just really no safe way to get those down, but they are worth the risk if you can drop them.
It definitely works great until it doesn't. I think Trent played a really solid ball there. Didn't get a full rack, but he did get 113 out of it, so he's in second place. But he's going to have to beat Adam in this game, because Adam has the lead on aggregate, 6 wins to 5. Same is true for Carl. If Carl or Trent can beat Adam, they will have a chance at the victory here. That was amazing.
I'm surprised he was able to get away with that with as tight as this. That's about as much as you're going to get away on this tilt without overdoing it.
Carl with a trap there. He's got one drop down. He's also got 3 out of 4 drops on the left, which would light a spinner. And that,
Wow,
yeah, that is a tilt.
You're just not going to get away with that. So we've seen him as well as Trent now try to get that ball rolling up the right in lane, go for the backhand. We've seen it almost hurt Trent on the right in lane. This one kicks all the way over the left. So there really is no safe way to get those down.
No, the post transfer players are trying that and failing. Some players are trying to tap pass. It's definitely difficult, and it's a situation where you've just got to try for it. You've got to get it somehow.
You got to get them down and then think about your strategy after that. But they are a priority right from the start.
Dave is in that strategy now. He's got 1 down. Now he's got 2. And he's going to try for the third one. The third one is worth a 3x bonus multiplier instead of a 2x. Dave up the top play field and promptly backhand.
It sure doesn't last long when you're up top there.
You try the backhand, try the post transfer.
Just try to pull out the whole bag of tricks and just keep on trying it.
And here's that hop you mentioned. That hop really hurt Dave. He had a ball, in the in lane there and tried to take a shot instead of just getting control before making a shot.
He didn't look very happy on that one.
He was not happy with the experience there.
Not happy.
And 1 ball left for Dave. Unfortunately, he'll be at best 3rd place. Adam still ahead. He's got to put up another good ball. That was a pretty shot there.
So pretty.
So pretty. 10,000 for that hole. Every point counts right now for Adam. And, bad luck drain out of the bumpers. 331 though. He is not out of the woods, but he's going to need one of these other guys is going to need to put up a killer ball like Adam's ball 1 in order to catch.
If you have a great ball in the woods and there's no other else there to see it, does it count? You get your bonus?
You do get your bonus. Did Trent survive that? No, it was a tilt.
No. You feel like you got it, and you feel good about the save, and then the ball comes down your flippers. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What happened?
The flippers stopped working.
Why are these not working? It's just a delayed reality.
It's the worst.
The worst.
Carl, Dave, and Trent all tilt away one of their balls. And Adam
tilt away, tilt away, tilt away.
Carl's gonna need
backhand up to that upper flipper.
Top. Carl's gonna need the ball on the flipper here. No, that's it. That will eliminate Carl. It's now down to Adam and Trent. Dave playing out his final ball here at Pinburgh Finals. He's going to take home, borrowing a miraculous ball here, $750 for 4th place. And he's having a good ball. This is pretty solid.
It was looking pretty solid.
Spoke too soon. So bad luck again. Dave strikes Dave. This for the last time. A Final 4 appearance hit for him, and he's got to feel good about making it all the way to the finals, and then completely snake bit by how things went in the final.
I mean, you get to the Final 4 of a major tournament like this, you got to feel pretty good about your overall results of the weekend, and way more things went right than went wrong.
So Adam loses the ball down the middle in a bad luck fashion, but what an ending. Here is Trent. He needs $384,000 to be the champion.
Well, he doesn't need that much. He's already got 196, so he's going to need less than that. My math isn't great, but
my math is way off too, because actually it would just force a tiebreaker between himself and Adam. That's a terrible thing to say there.
I accept your apology.
And, but here we go. Trent with his final ball can force a tiebreak with Adam Becker. He's got the ball back up the top. Good move there.
He's thinking about it.
That's 10,000. Stay up, stay up. Got a good trap there. He needs the inline drops on the right. 1, 2, 3. Don't think too hard.
Yeah, he's taking a little more time than he'd been doing in the earlier games in this round.
Oh!
Are you kidding me? That thing sat up there forever.
Wow, that hung on the edge for an eternity there, and it shows the outlane, and that outlane means that Adam Becker from Toronto, Canada, is champion of Pinburgh 2012. He wins the cup. He wins $4,000, and his name will be in the rafters for posterity.
That is fantastic for my fellow Canadian Adam Becker to play great when he needed it, and just after a grueling long event, 4 games in the finals, to not have any stinkers and have some great games and play strong on a difficult game like Flash Gordon to bring it home. And impressive play by Adam Becker, and very happy that he'll be bringing the cup home to the motherland.
He's going to have to break out some, what do you think, Molsons, maybe Labatt's? Which way are you going there?
Oh, you know, something like that. You got to break out a little bit of each. You know, six pack each there. Hey, take off. You know, he may even want to go steal a beer truck. No, he's crashing that. He's a champion. Take off, Rosie.
Yeah, and that's a big cup too. He's going to have to carry that home. I'm not sure he'll be able to get that all across the border.
He's got to drink out of that thing. I mean, you got to tell that guard at the border, hey, I'm a champion. You got to let me in. And sir, you bring any alcohol home? Yes. This cup is full of beer. Let me through. You don't need these droids. You need to let me through.
And normally under these circumstances, a player would get to have that cup for just one day and do whatever they want with it. But so he's the only guy. He gets that cup every day.
He's the guy. I mean, he gets to keep it. He gets to drink from the spoils of his victory. So, good on you, Mr. Adam Becker. Good on you.
Absolutely, great play from Adam. $4,000 as well, which that's got to be worth at least 20 grand Canadian, or is it 2,500 Canadian? What is it now? $3 Canadian?
Oh, it's almost par. It's almost par. We've taken a little bit of a hit, but that's some good value. That's good value. He'll be able to get himself a nice title for that.
All right, congratulations. Adam makes par, $4,000. Trent Augustine, the second place champion, $2,000 for him, and an outstanding performance. Paul D'Angelo really put on the show here. He'll win $1,250 for his third place, and I think we'll be seeing a lot more of him in the future. Dave Stewart, fourth place. He'll take home $750, and that'll do it. This is the final round of Pinburgh 2012. We've crowned our champion. Thank you so much for watching, and get out there, play some more pinball. If you can make it to Pinburgh 2013 or any Papa tournament, we know you'll have a great time.